Yo, we truth seekers, real, raw. Yo, we truth seekers. Yo, I know this life is a fight, but I'm following Jesus the light. Real, raw. Yo, we truth seekers.
All right, a list of illegal baby names in the U.S.
Illegal?
Illegal. You're not allowed to name your child King or Queen. You cannot name your child Jesus Christ, which I'm pretty good idea.
Right.
You cannot name your child three. It's like the Roman numerals three. I'm allowed to name them three. Santa Claus. You cannot name your kid Santa Claus. Which I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that. It might cause might get a lot of mail. Majesty, which I feel like I've heard that name before, but Majesty apparently is not a name that you can name your kid.
Majesty.
Adolf Hitler. Cannot name your kid Adolf Hitler. I wonder if you can do one or the other. Like you can name him Adolf. I think you name him Adolf because Adolf I've heard.
I
I don't think you
mean,
name your kid Hitler.
what happens if you're just born into the family with that name?
Hitler
They're not
Smith.
allowed. You're not allowed to name your child Adolf if you have a last name.
What's your last name? Last name is Stevens. First name Hitler.
First name.
I'm afraid we can't allow. We're not allowed.
Middle name.
Messiah. You cannot name your kid Messiah.
I mean, uh, freaking Elon named his child some Roman numerals, didn't he?
Yeah, something like that.
Some
I
robotic
guess they were legal.
something.
legal. Oh, it was man, I knew it too. What was it? Name this kid something. You cannot name your child at the at sign,
It's not even a letter.
and you cannot name your child 1069.
Name my child A, just letter A.
I was wondering how many
They don't be his initials will be
um
AC.
how many how many silent letters you're allowed to have in a name. Can you just put like a whole bunch of them in there?
The whole
Like
middle.
my name is John. It's spelled JABCDEFG.
UAN.
Okay, legal baby names from across the world. New Zealand, you can't name your child Chief Maximus. This is the best one. In Mexico, you're not
Maximus.
allowed to name. In Mexico, you're not allowed to name your child RoboCop. Who
What?
who was the first one to try? Who was the first one to
Why
try
is
this?
that out of all things?
In Mexico,
You think they would have
it's
picked
been a while.
something?
Right, it's been a while
RoboCop?
since I've seen RoboCop. Maybe there was some sort of like thing between RoboCop and the Mexicans. This is even better. New Zealand. New Zealand's got some weird ones. New Zealand, you cannot name your child sex fruit.
Sex fruit?
Fruit. Sex fruit. Someone apparently must have tried that.
What the?
New Zealand, I don't know what's up with you. Saudi Arabia, you cannot name your child Linda.
Linda?
No. Malaysia, this makes sense. Malaysia, you cannot name your child Snake. I know that they have
Why
lots of
is
snakes
this
in Malaysia.
green black?
So, Italy, you
Snake.
cannot name your child Friday. China, you cannot name your child Islam. I'm pretty sure that they were like, you know what? That contradicts some of our religions. So don't even bring that up. It'd be like, is Islam Chan. Um,
Why is
Germany. Germany, you cannot name your child Osama bin Laden, which is not banned in the U.S. Apparently, I don't see that in the U.S. I'm pretty
Huh.
sure we should have put that up there.
What is going on with it?
What is it?
The stream screen is black. Trying to figure out why. It is just a black screen. Wait, you see something on your on the stream? Why is my screen blacked out? What? Yeah, it's probably the OBS.
Yeah.
Wait, so why? Why is my phone screen blacked out?
Oh, I see us now. I see us.
So it's
I
working on
see
your
trees
end.
of green.
Why is it not working
Red
on
roses too.
mine? That is weird.
I see them blue.
As long as you can see it. As long as you can see us. See, look, on my phone, it's just a black screen for some reason.
Oh, I see us.
Oh, well, yeah, that's fine.
Double.
I just use
I
my
see
phone to
double.
keep up with chat, so.
I see us and our reflection. Goodness.
Yeah, that's fine as long as. That's weird, though. Strange things.
Strange things are happening. Anyway, okay, so
Yes.
we went through New Zealand, Chief Maximus. You cannot name your child Chief Maximus. Mexico, do not name your child RoboCop. New Zealand, do not name your child Sex Fruit. Saudi Arabia, don't name your child Linda. Malaysia, don't name your child Snake.
Mhm.
Italy, don't name your child Friday. China, don't name your child Islam, because I'm pretty sure that contradicts the religions there. Germany can't name your child Osama bin Laden, which apparently is not illegal in the U.S. I don't know. Japan, you can not name your child Devil. Seems pretty self-explanatory. Devil, devil, whatever. Oh wow, here's a good one. You ready for this one?
Yeah.
In Mexico, Mexico's got some weird ones too. Mexico, you cannot name your child Circumcision.
What the freak? What are they doing over there?
Circumcision. I don't know, but they don't want it named. Not your child. That's a good one. United Kingdom, you cannot name your child Cyanide. Portugal, you can't name your child Thor. That I feel is kind of you need a good Thor. Malaysia, do not name your child 007. Ooh, France, you can't name your child Nutella. Pretty
Nutella?
proud of it.
That's kind of crazy.
There we go. Switzerland. Switzerland, you cannot name your child Judas. I was waiting for someone to do it. I feel like Judas would be not a very popular name for a child.
Right.
But only Switzerland's got it like marked down there. New Zealand is on some stuff. I don't know who's been naming kids in New Zealand, but you cannot. They've marked it. You cannot name your child Anal or Sex Fruit What was the other one? Anal sex fruit.
That's a hell of a name right there.
Keith Maximus.
What is going on with all
New
these
Zealand.
people?
Someone. Oh, New Zealand. What is up with New Zealand? People from New Zealand, tell me what's going on. New Zealand, you could not name your child Tallulah Does the Hula from Hawaii.
Who would want to name their kid that?
Oh no, I'm sure someone's tried. I'm sure someone's tried.
The internet has ruined society.
People
Memes,
and this
memes have
this
ruined.
is why none of us were given the option of naming all the animals, because who knows what pets we be having now. Like, this is my pet sex fruit.
I'm gonna name. Somebody should name some one of their pets that
RoboCop,
ain't it.
taken to Mexico. I got a chinchilla named RoboCop.
That'd be funny.
I don't know. Because I always thought as a kid it'd be kind of cool to be like, have Adam's job and name all the animals. Cause some of them I'm like, you know what? I think I could come up with a better name, but I really don't think I could have. No, I think that'd be hard.
Yeah, I have enough trouble deciding what I'm gonna eat, much less like with the name of like the people. And
Like, I'm wondering if
everything
God
gonna
gave
be.
him like, wonder if God gave him like some guidelines. Like, listen, you can't name, can't name a sex fruit.
Um, can't name
Why?
them.
We haven't. They haven't even figured out what some of those words meant yet. So it's all good.
Yeah, that's all. Sitting there
Don't worry
creating
about it,
words
just
at the same time.
Right? But that's gotta be crazy. And to think, like how many animals that was. Like, that's a big job. Like, I'm sure they weren't just like, I don't know. They may have been like lined up in like, like in a row. It was just like, all right, next
Hey,
chimpanzee.
what do you
Next.
look like? Ain't it?
Nope. Raccoon.
Hey, chickens came
You're
in.
gonna
He
be
was
rabbit.
like, I kind of want to eat you.
I'm gonna save you for later.
Ain't it?
And then the cow came. He's like, maybe you too. And
Ain't
you
it?
give me some milk as well.
Ain't it? They just got unlucky. He was hungry. It was lunchtime when they came around when it was their turn.
Like, dang it.
Like, man, they all look good.
The goose was right behind the turkey, and the turkey was like, dang it, if I had just been
Ain't it?
one bag. Oh, man. Naming animals.
Well,
Yeah, we can't even name our own kids. I don't think we'd be good at naming animals. We'll be naming their kids some weird stuff.
well, we had 20 to 24.
Yup.
Guess we
I
might
just
as
had
well.
one
You
too.
can just read through the whole. Well, no, you can just read. I guess we can just read.
Read it, yeah. Yeah, so speaking of, like, the man gave names to all livestock and to the birds of the heavens and to every beast of the field. But for Adam, there was not found a helper fit for him. So I'm wondering if, like, he doesn't mention anything. Oh, yeah. Back in 18, he mentions it's not good that the man should be alone, and I'll make a helper fit for him.
Right.
So, very interesting thought that God's like, Adam doesn't need to be alone. I'm gonna make a helper for him, and then, so he starts creating all the animals and stuff like that.
Right. Isn't that weird that isn't that kind of funny? God created animals for man before he created a woman for man to be like
Right.
It was like man might be
Which,
better with just some animals, and he's good without like the without some other human.
yeah. But of course, animals back then, like you could have, they weren't like animals now or after the fall, so they could have been more of like a companion or relationship. Like we think of a dog, probably even more than what we think of a dog as quote unquote man's best friend. But like, there's probably some aspect of like being able to have a um, companionship with them. Probably, I don't know. I feel like they had to have had some sort of companionship because Adam was still alone for a while. That would take him a long time to name all the animals and the birds.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting that like that was the thing. Like I was like, oh, let me make some animals and stuff like that and see if this could work for Adam.
Yeah.
No. All right. So the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon the man, and while he slept, he took one of his ribs and closed up its place with flesh. I feel like I'm feeling around. And then that rib. Hmm,
Go ahead.
I said, and the rib that the Lord God had taken from the man, he made into a woman and brought her to the man.
Yeah, so he put him. He had to knock him out. Like,
It's like surgery. First, the first
and
ever surgery,
yeah, remove the rib.
and an anesthetic.
All right.
What if it was like one of the surgeries that they have, like when you're laying in the bed, and the doctor's like looking down at you, like, all right, now I want you to count down to just count to 10. Backwards, count down from 10. Like staring at you. Yeah, I was just above Adam, like, all right, Adam, count down to 10. Count down from 10. I was like, why am I counting down from 10? I just kind of figured out how to get to 10.
Ain't it? Guys like count sheep. Adam's like, I don't know what that is.
I haven't named that one yet.
What is that?
It's that fluffy white thing over there. Okay.
Ain't
Okay. One,
it? Bah.
and
Ain't
he's done. 'Cause that's there was only one of them at that time.
it? Ain't it? It just keeps circling around the one.
Right? He was counting the same sheet the whole time. One.
Ooh.
But all right, so basically, God literally did surgery on him. Then, like, just like took a rib.
Yeah. And then turn it into another person.
Wild. One of those magic shows you go to, and you're just like, that's not what
Ain't it?
did you just do? That?
Oh.
All the animals are like watching, like, is that gonna happen to us next? You just named us. You took something out of that guy. So I always think this too. All right, so in all seriousness, if Adam's helper, or helpmate, or yeah, God says helper, was meant to be someone that is, or that was, like literally a part of Adam, technically, right? I
Yeah.
think that there's a way to look at it to understand that like not every person or every like woman or man can actually fulfill that role as being like a part of you. I think a lot of times that could probably like help a lot of people's confusion in relationships.
Yeah. So do you think there's a actual like one person that was made for you, or do you think it's you just gotta find somebody who fits you in one?
I think I'm more of the line of finding someone who is able to fit as a helper. Because I think that you can, I don't know, I think that there are people in our lives that we could easily like have that relationship with as like a husband or a wife, be married to. I think there's multiple people that could fit.
Yeah.
But I also think that God has to be the one to. I don't think. I'll put it this way. I don't think that the aspect of God like taking the rib out of Adam and like forming a woman or helper for him is an isolated event, say per se. I think it is something that as you develop and grow and like mature and you look in for that relationship and you see God in that relationship, that he actually crafts that, like he actually is crafting that person, like metaphorically speaking. I don't think he's just like walking around and like people guys are sleeping and he's taking ribs out of them. But
Maybe.
awkward
Let
picture.
me check. You know. Let me check.
Right.
If I'm missing one, that means there's someone out here for me.
Like that's why Joseph was so like weirded out when the angel came. He's like, "Dang it, he's about to take my rib."
Ain't it?
Um,
It's like
but I think that like in our lives as we seek to find that person, like God is crafting that person specifically for us. But I think that He could do that. He's God. He could do that with whatever, which is why like there are people that have gotten remarried because a loved one died or because of something else happened, and they've been able to find someone who is still a fit for them. I think that that's something that God does create for you, not just like oh
yeah.
back in Genesis it was done. Like I just started popping ribs out.
I got you.
I don't know because I think there's like I believe my wife was made perfectly for me, but I also know that there are probably a couple other girls in my past, in my life that I had relationships with as like friends that I could have definitely seen being more
Yeah.
and being wife material like for me specifically. There were a couple, and I think that we would have been very happy together. But I do believe that like in the timing and everything like that, like God crafts someone for you, and I believe that
Yeah.
He's perfectly crafted us together for that. So
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of opinions on that. People out there like, I'm waiting for the one. You're like,
Yeah.
listen,
Yeah. That's kind of why I asked it, because I wanted something on that subject since it got brought up for people to hear.
yeah. I think that's what we were like a lot of times taught. A lot of times, like especially for those who grew up in like Christian circles, like you gotta wait for that one.
Yeah.
Don't
Take
don't look anywhere else.
You need to take the word that out of it, and the stop using the word that and the in that sentence, and just say one. I'm looking for one that fits, not the one or that certain one. You know what I mean? It's like
Right.
it's not just one
I think you
person. Like there might be multiple people that end up would fit you, and you could build a life with, like you were saying. But But then I think what separates those is timing, because there'll be multiple people, but timing, I think, separates which one you end up being with. Just like timing and coincidence in a way, I guess you could call it.
Yeah. Yeah, because if that was the case, like we'd all be screwed because we all messing up.
Yeah.
Like there would be no hope for it if we like were only dependent upon like one person.
Yeah, like me, I needed the like I lost track of how long it's been since I've been with anybody like talking about it. So, but I needed it though because it gave me the time to focus on getting Chelsea through school and raising her, and
Mm-hmm.
then the big thing, it gave me time, plenty enough time and years to really like change who I was and work on myself a lot and stuff too. Learn myself a lot more, learn God a lot more, and then change and work on changing into who I want to be and stuff, who I'm trying to be and
Mm-hmm.
things. So like being single for years actually was beneficial to me though, because I could just focus and not even worrying about anything like that or even dating anyone, talking to anyone like that. I just literally been to myself and focused on getting her, Chelsea, past it. But now she's out working and stuff. So, but it's helped me. It helped me a lot. So,
Yeah.
but I was just saying that I guess to go with like timing of stuff is important. Like I wouldn't. I don't really. I wouldn't be. I don't even think I'm still. I'm not quite ready to be with somebody or like not dedicated, but like take on someone else's feelings and all that type of stuff. And I don't think I'm at a place where I can treat them the way I would want to, as in like being able to do certain things and all that. So I don't even know if my mental is quite there to be able to take on something like that. So it's definitely in a way better place though. Like
Yeah.
it's in a good place for myself, but for something like that, I don't know if my brain really has room right now for something like that. But I know that
Get
about
that.
myself, and that stuff I learned, so that's helped a lot to with the whole timing and stuff for me.
Yeah. That's true. I mean, the timing is huge, and I think a lot of times, like, especially for guys, I think like we think about like, oh well, the woman's supposed to be the rib, he's supposed to be like a part of, but like you also have to be like a proper body, like to protect. Like the rib is one of the most like vulnerable, right, areas of the body, I believe.
Yeah,
So if you aren't if you aren't fit and ready to like house that rib to be able to protect, like then it's just gonna be opened up to a lot of attack, a lot of
yeah,
vulnerability. So much
yeah,
as the woman is supposed to be a helper, we're supposed to be that protection as
hmm,
well, which
yeah,
is a big responsibility.
yeah, yep. That's one of those things. I don't think I'm in a place where I would be able to play my part the way I wanted, or play my role in that position the way I want to, and the way I know it should be and stuff. You know what I mean? I think I would be. I think where I'm at, I could be beneficial as like a friend to somebody, but nothing more than that right now. Though. Like beneficial as in like just someone to like talk to, or somebody that cares about the person, I guess, or something. But
Which is needed.
yeah,
And a lot of times we, I think in a society period, we've watered down like all of the relationships, like their meanings. Like friends aren't don't mean what they used to mean anymore, and
hmm,
boyfriend and girlfriend doesn't mean what it used to mean anymore, and married couples like that doesn't marriage doesn't mean what it used to mean anymore. Like we've kind of
hmm.
like watered down everything.
Well, The one thing that got watered down that deals with all that is love. So the word
Yep.
love, the real meaning of what it is, how you're really supposed to love somebody, like all that stuff got all messed up.
Yeah. So that, I mean, that's where it all. That's the root of it.
Yeah.
All right. So the man said, This at last is bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman." So I think that's cool. We it's gonna sound bad, but like God created the animals. Was like, Adam, go ahead and name them. Um, but I don't think he was. Maybe this is where it's coming from too. Like, I don't think it was like, "Hey Adam, here's a bunch of animals. Name the animals." I think he was like, "Name what I've created to be like a companion to you," and he automatically like sees what God created from him, and is automatically he's like, "This is woman." Like, I just named her, um, because she was taken out of man. It says, "Therefore, a man shall leave his father and mother and hold fast to his wife. They should become one flesh." The man and his wife were both naked and were not ashamed.
That's a
I think
big
that's always a
one.
big verse.
I was about to say, yeah, that's a big one. I don't think people pay attention to enough.
Yeah. I
Cause,
think
go ahead.
and I see this a lot with I see it recently with a lot of marriages, like this whole aspect of like, was it verse 24, where a man shall leave his father and mother and hold fast to his wife, which I think is huge because I've seen a lot of, especially guys who mm, I'm gonna say mama's boys, but but they don't. You can tell someone who's ready for marriage is by the way that they leave. I think father and mother, and like it's the wife. Like, she
Yeah,
becomes.
like the person's willing to step out into, like, basically step out into vulnerability and stuff, and into
And
the
make her
world,
priority.
and yeah, change, fit her into his, not even really fit her in at that. If you're going to that level, it's basically changing your life around.
Hmm.
Not necessarily that as the centerpiece, but you gotta change a lot about your life to fit that much time and another person and stuff into your old routines and rotations. Then if
Yeah,
then if you're somebody like me who likes your own personal space and peace when you want it, then you're sacrificing a lot of you're sacrificing
sacrifice a lot.
that that peace where you don't have to, where you can just be to yourself. Especially if you have kids
Yeah,
too.
because you're not an individual anymore. You are one,
Yeah.
uno together.
Yep.
And I think that's the thing. Like, I think the dynamic of it is like, especially when it comes to moms and sons. I think, and I've seen this a little bit, like, because moms have this connection with all of their children, but especially with the son aspect of just like, I gave birth to this, right? Like,
Yeah.
I literally went through 9 months of,
Yeah. I
you
carried
know,
him. Yeah. Yeah. That's my baby.
um, right. But that's a huge transition to be like, probably even for a mom, especially like, I have to recognize that my position as a parent has drastically changed. I am no longer like children parents here. Like, we split,
Nah.
and the significant other comes in,
Yeah.
like the wife comes in or the husband comes in, and they become
That's
one. They become one.
yeah. Probably Probably a good reason why. Oh, probably a good reason why Chelsea's older too. Before, hold on. All right, there we go. When dog gets excited and hyper, it starts barking all crazy and stuff. Um,
I heard you say rib.
yeah, but no, I was thinking about um Chelsea being older probably helps the situation if I do end up meeting somebody or something now. Not now, right now, but like at this point in life or in the future, whatever. 'Cause, her being out of school and older, I don't. I mean, I still obviously pay attention to like the type of person I bring around her and stuff, but I don't have to worry about some mother figure in a way. You know what I mean? Like somebody else trying to be
Mm,
some like she's grown. I don't have to worry about all that type of stuff. Well, grown enough. I don't have to worry about that type of thing, I guess. But I
yeah.
think it might make it easier on, like, for me not having to. She's older before, settle down with somebody or something.
Like for me and like Josh, like we were both were a little bit older when we met, but I think we also both had um a healthy view of being able to like respectfully tell our parents to butt out.
Yeah.
Like we respect you, we'll listen to advice and stuff like that, but ultimately, like
Yeah. Yeah, y'all
it's us
gotta live
two,
the life, yeah.
right? And I've seen a lot of family drama where like that those boundaries aren't put. Just saying,
Yeah.
it gets
Certain
crazy.
certain people like control and you gotta let them know where the cutoff limit is
Right. Because I
and
think it
stuff.
has like a trickle down effect because like a strong like parental bond can truly affect the children who if they learn how to have like their parents have a strong bond, then they can have that strong bond and such and such and such. And I think that that helps. But even just knowing about it and just like teaching it, I think is a huge thing. And being able to understand what that means and that looks like um is huge.
Yeah, I
Because
had
like
um
okay.
Sarah, my friend Sarah from the UK. Um
Mm-hmm.
she asked me one time about the guy she's dating still. Before she started dating him, asked me what was my advice on it, and I told her because she was like he has his friends or something like that telling him not to date her, and then this person saying this or that to her about him or something like that. And I said, well, I said, if y'all really like each other, want to be together, then y'all have to worry about each other and pay attention to each other and not let other people's opinions affect y'all's relationship because y'all are the one that are living it in it. You know what I mean? Like y'all are the
Mm-hmm.
ones that has to live with the choices you make and live with the relationship, and y'all are in the relationship, so they don't have to deal with it. You know what I mean? So y'all worry about more of what each other are saying instead of everybody around you. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, because like I think this is the aspect of like in that whole situation in Genesis, it was God, it was the man, and it was the woman. So if in this relationship there's so much trying to fit into uh a a marriage or relationship that was only meant for a rib to fit into, like it ain't gonna work. You trying to fit like 10 ribs and not nine of them faux ribs, nine
what
of them
time
fake
I'm gonna rope
ribs
them all up
into
to one, rope them
right.
all together into one.
Like it ain't gonna fit. It ain't gonna work. Like
That's
it,
too much.
the rib and the body need to have time to like You know, I need to have that relationship where everything else is outside and just stays outside. Still be a factor, but not like not meant to be in that trifecta.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mainly tell people is like, y'all, you're the one living the life. You have to live with your decisions and stuff. So focus on what's gonna make you happy in it, and just focus on each other. You can
Mm.
take advice from other people, but don't ever let it affect your relationship though. People on the outside, because
True.
there's gonna be some people that try to drive like wedges and stuff for. Sometimes they have their own reasons. They think they're doing something good for you, but they really don't have any idea. You know what I mean? And then
Hmm.
sometimes it's control stuff, or people just don't want to see anybody happy, or
Yeah.
sometimes people think they're saving you because of something they went through, and they're relating it to something, their own relationships to yours or something. And so you just gotta be careful who you listen to. Like,
People think that they this the they take God's position
yeah,
in the marriage or relationship and be like,
yeah,
listen, I'm the one that needs to do the surgery here, and we let them sometimes, and it's like
yeah,
God's like, you know what, I'm the one who's supposed to be like molding you guys together as one flesh, like not your
yeah,
mother-in-law, father-in-law, your girlfriends, your homies, whatever it be,
yeah,
right?
yeah. I think the molding is the or in other words, like God building y'all into a stronger couple and stuff like that, and like building y'all to fit each other. I think that kind of answers the question. Also, what I said, what I asked earlier,
Right.
like there is no certain one perfect person that's out here that you're supposed to magically run across out of billions of people in the world, that could be anywhere in the world. You know what I mean, located anywhere. It's it's find somebody that matches you, that you get along with, and all. Find somebody that doesn't mind you're crazy and you can get along with their crazy. And um find somebody to build with that's gonna match you in a way and fit you to where you benefit each other and make each other better. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. And grow
I
together.
got,
Like it's the whole thing is all about growing together with somebody. So like growing it together.
I got the visual of a guy looking and being like, "Yo, I'm missing a rib," and so he's going around and he's like looking at all these ribs, and be like, "No, that
Ain't
don't
it?
fit. That one ain't gonna fit. That one gonna fit," and he just keeps going. He's like, "That one ain't gonna fit." 10 years later, that one ain't gonna fit. Nope, that one
Yeah.
don't fit. Like this continent, that one don't fit. That one don't fit. Instead of being like, here's a rib. Hey God, you're supposed to be like really good surgeon. Can you make this fit? Can
Yeah.
let's work together? And then God's just like, yeah, give me that rib. Let's work it together. Like that's what it should be like when it comes to a marriage. I think like it's an absurd like visual, but that's what we do sometimes. Just like walking around like trying to find something to fit. Where we're
Uh,
just like, God, here's so and so. Can you make this work?
I've talked to multiple business owners in my life where they've all said crap, it just slipped my mind. uh what were we just saying? What were you just talking about again?
Ribs fitting.
Ribs fitting. It'll come back to me. Keep going. I'll let you know when it comes back to me. My
No, but
brain
yeah, I was
does
just
that
thinking about that, like
sometimes.
that aspect of just like we tend to leave God out of the equation, or we tend to like we were talking about like go to other people and be like, "Yo, here's this rib. Can you just like and you got some like sewing stuff right there. Can you just like sew it in there?" They're like, "I
Oh,
got it.
oh.
I got it."
So yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So I talked to multiple business people, and a lot of them said that you got to be able to see potential. it's not about finding someone that's like perfect. You got to find people that have the potential that you can, like, well, business people you can train the way you want, and you think they're going to be a great person once you get them like trained or going and stuff. Like, you got to be, either way, they, that's what they said though, like you got to be able to see potential and find potential, not find a overall finished product. You're not looking for that, you're looking for potential that you can build into something, you know what I mean?
True, true. Like this last one, the last verse 25 says, "And the man and his wife were both naked, and were not ashamed."
Yeah.
I think that's really kind of one. Like one, you only two people in the thing. You only two people in the garden. The animals ain't gonna
Yeah.
care. But but you're also one flesh. So why would you be ashamed?
At that point, they also did not have the knowledge of all of like the knowledge of what all that was and stuff, right? So they didn't have like
Right.
they didn't have shame or guilt or nothing, or they didn't look at it as that's something wrong, or didn't even really know what it was or anything until they did something they weren't supposed to.
Right. There was no need for shame or guilt. There was no need to understand shame or guilt because there was no knowledge of it. The only thing they needed knowledge of was God, and of course now each other.
Yeah.
So that's kind of yeah.
Because, like, I mean, if you don't even know what the thing is or anything is, why would you have any type of feelings towards it until you've had until you all of a sudden you have the knowledge of, even as kids, I mean, heck, when I was like 2 or 3, I done took off like my diaper and went running down the sidewalk down the neighborhood naked. Like, when you don't know, like, you don't care. Like, as soon
Right.
as when you get older, as soon as you get the knowledge of what it is, and you get this little shame, or you get this or that, or get made fun of, or all of a sudden it becomes a problem. Like, you're all of a sudden you got to cover up. You feel you start feeling a certain way about it and stuff. But before you have the knowledge about it, you don't care. You're just all over the
And
place and
it,
stuff.
and it doesn't have to be taught either. Like it's an automatic thing that like triggers
Yeah,
when you were old enough and to understand like what it means to be naked
yeah,
and meaning to be like vulnerable, which is even in marriage,
yeah,
man, even no matter what relationship, like being naked wasn't just about being like nude or having no clothes. It was about being
yeah,
completely like uncovered,
yeah.
unashamed,
Vulnerable is the
un
right word. Yeah, that's what it's
with
about.
with
That's why
someone.
people cover themselves. They don't want to be vulnerable to all this stuff.
Right. So a lot of people think it's like more the sex thing, but it isn't. So also coming with the rib thing fitting, if you and the person that you are in a relationship with cannot be naked with each other and not be ashamed. I think that they will have to fit there. Like, because there's some people that can be naked, but there's going to be shame there, or they're afraid of shame that's going to be
No,
put on them. I
yeah,
think in any relationship,
yeah.
like
Especially if it's
there has to be a freedom to be naked without shame.
yeah. There's always that nervousness when everything's the first everything, first date, first time really talking, first time like even just asking them on a date or something, first time seeing them or something and speaking to them, like every first thing, it seems like it's always some type of nervousness to it and stuff.
Or even imperfection, like that nakedness shows like you're not perfect, or you're flawed, or like you make mistakes, or
Yeah,
um like you can disappoint and everything like that. And then that shame is the fact that like, oh, I'm not. I'm like I have these imperfections about me and this person can see that. Like are they also going to dump shame on me because of that?
I was about to
And there's
say,
a lot of relationships.
yeah, I was gonna
A lot
say,
of relationships.
part of that is how humans treat each other is why people are like that too though. So if people if humans weren't so didn't treat each other so ugly, people wouldn't have so much like shame to cover this. You know what I mean? Like because people understand once you get a certain age, you start understanding that if you act a certain way or if you look a certain way, there's either criminal charges or there's either gonna get in trouble or people gonna make fun of you and down you or not even not talk to you or not mess with you like something like that. So I think like how humans treat each other is part of it too on why people like it's embarrassing in a way to get caught out naked, even though everybody is made the same way. You know, it's like, but the way humans have treated each other has become an embarrassing thing. If you get caught like that, it becomes a. So I think that plays a big part in all of it too, though. Like,
It's huge. And I know so many relationships where I'm gonna post this. I'm gonna post this part too. Like there's someone out there, there are multiple people out there that are in relationships that you and either the guy you're with or the girl you're with, you have been completely naked with them and they have just thrown shame on you and that you don't need to be in that relationship. I'm just saying. You
yeah,
need to step out of that relationship because that is not what God has planned for you. God has planned for you to be with someone who fits you so that you can be one flesh, so you can be naked with each other and not ashamed. You can be open, you can be vulnerable, you can be honest with your mistakes, with
hmm
your past, with your future mistakes, all of that, and know that that doesn't matter because you and such are supposed to be one flesh. If that ain't happening,
yeah, yeah. That is one thing about it. When you take that on, if the other person's stepping into something, you're stepping into it. So at least that's how I view and how I treat relationships and stuff.
yeah,
I
that's
look
huge.
at it as being that person or in it together. You know what I'm saying? Like now I took on someone else. We're in it together. So that's why I'm real picky too nowadays about even like being with somebody or how I'm gonna pick somebody. Like I'm real picky nowadays with certain things. Like
Yeah, which I mean we should be, like we shouldn't just do whatever and get with whoever and be like, you know what, that ain't work. Like it's not supposed to be like a trial and error thing. It's
yeah,
not like
like
up
the one girl from
our
Indiana,
dressing room.
like me and her got along fine. I just realized she just wasn't trying to move like I was moving. Like she was more fine where she was. I think just wanted somebody to go into her world where I'm constantly right now I'm growing and trying to go different places, do different things, change myself and you know what I mean and like progress and stuff where she's more kind of just trying to chill where she's at, I think. So we didn't fit right there. Like I'm trying to grow and build, and she's not really with that mess. It didn't seem like so.
It's
So I
like
say
a
I'm
it's like a
picky.
dressing
I'm
room.
picky. Like, I'm picky nowadays because I'm in a different mindset. I'm in a different place in my life, a more positive place in my life. So I'm more picky about. And like I said, I'm trying to actually grow something, get somewhere, provide certain things. Like I'm trying to do different things in my life than what I was doing before. So I need somebody that's kind of ready to kind of like move with me. You know what I mean? And grow with me and
Yeah,
stuff.
it's the dressing room situation when like you go shopping, you pick out a bunch of clothes, and you're like, oh, this is gonna work. I like this one. I like this one. You get in the dressing room, you put it on, you're like, I can't fit.
Yeah, that's yeah.
It
That
don't
ain't
button up
it. I
right.
can't move
Like I
right.
can't move. I can't move
I
right.
can't
Like it
step.
looked good when I was picking it out.
Yeah.
When I was picking it out the rack, it looked good. I put it on, it ain't gonna work.
I can't
But then you
crouch.
find you find the thing that does like allow you to like move the way you're supposed to move and feel the way you're supposed to feel, and then that's what you wind up buying. You leave the even
Yeah.
if it looked good.
That's why I buy
Well, that's what's supposed
sweatpants.
to be happening. I know.
Buy
I know there's
sweatpants
some
instead of
people out there that
jeans.
shop. There's some people that shop for the fashion. Like, I don't care if I can't breathe in it. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna wear it because it look good.
Yo,
Yeah,
screw that. I'm
you the one that has
definitely
that problem,
I'm definitely about comfort. You see me in
right?
sweatpants all the time. I don't even own jeans anymore. I don't think. Just because I'm just a lot lighter weight. They're a lot more comfortable to me, at least, and they they have some flexibility, so you can like move a little bit in them. They'll bend a little bit for you. You know what I mean? Like they'll
Right,
adjust to
right.
what you are a little bit for you.
But it should be, man.
Nah, but
Look, we got through chapter 2.
ain't it? We're making it somewhere.
All right. I mean, there's only 50 chapters in Genesis, so
We'll get there before we're gone, maybe.
you, Chelsea might be married by the time we get through Genesis.
I'm gonna have a dang grandkid on my lap before we're done with Genesis. Like,
We in Genesis chapter 40. This is my grandson.
can't retire till we're done with Genesis.
This is my grandson, RoboCop.
Ain't it? RoboCop X
Oh man.
is Georgia the jungle.
Mm. Yeah, I'm gonna need my kids to wait. My girls to wait before
You know,
they can have kids. Why
that's
they
a
naming stuff now?
that's a whole lot of crazy names that weren't on that list. You could still call them though. You know.
It's true.
So they say you
I used to
could.
joke with a friend. I was like, "Can you like, of course, the silent letters, but can you like, what freedom can you have with I know you don't want to like scar your kid for life, but I'm sure there's a lot of freedom you could have with a name in your kid.
Do you ever see those kids that got like 5 names and each name is like 20 letters long or something? Oh yeah, I
They
would
make
have.
no sense to like a concept.
Yeah,
Like
the whole sentence.
here's Blue Moon Hurricane.
It's almost like Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'm pretty sure he probably has like 2 other names in there somewhere. They just were like, nope, we can't fit it anywhere.
That sounds like this is. How do you spell that?
Like it's
WHOO.
like Key and Peele.
Yeah. Balake. I was just watching that too.
The
Balake.
NFL names. I mean the football names.
Got Balake. Aaron.
Oh yeah, the
Be
class,
nice.
the teacher.
Yeah. Be nice.
Hey, Ron.
Aaron. What was the other one?
He said one name was wild. He said,
Was it Jacqueline? Was it
yeah. What did he say? It was Jacqueline, but he was like Jaquin. I forgot what he said. You know.
Jaqueline?
Yeah,
Braylon?
Jaqueline. I think
Something like that.
Jaqueline. You mean
I still
Jacqueline?
think Aaron.
He got mad. He got mad.
Aaron. Timothy.
Yeah.
Susan.
Those niggas are
Classic.
crazy.
Oh man. Well,
But
kids are home from their church thing, so
nice.
I'm
I'm
gonna go.
about to eat some cookies
Sounds good. I'm gonna get some ice cream.
and watch something.
Get some ice cream.
Get some ice cream. Ooh, I want a peanut butter milkshake. Yeah. With caramel in it. Caramel. Caramel.
Caramel
Caramel.
and chocolate. Chocolate.
All right, y'all.
Chocolate. Where you
Y'all,
at, chocolate?
y'all be good.
Be easy, as Soul says. Be easy.
Be easy. Stay greasy. Later.